Today's tech tip is going to be a review of Google Keep. You can get to Google Keep by going to keep.google.com in your address bar. Google Keep is a note-taking application, similar to Evernote or Notes on your phone. To begin taking a note, you type in the Take a Note box. In the title section is the title of your note, and where it says Take a Note, this is the text of your note. If you click on the finger with a string, that is the Remind Me. You can set reminders, not only for a certain time, but for a date and time and for a location. You can also share your notes with other people, just like Google Docs. Please keep in mind, you cannot restrict the sharing access. So if you share a Google Keep note with someone, they can edit it just like you can. You can change the color of your note to make it pretty and stand out. You can also upload an image from your hard drive. The box with the arrow pointing down is to archive, so that's the way you could save your note so it doesn't show up on this main screen but isn't deleted. When you click the dots for more, you have the ability to delete a note, add a label, which is a way you can categorize your different notes. You can add a drawing, make a copy, show checkboxes, or you can copy the text of this note into a Google Doc. As you can see, since there's less text in that note than my other notes, the text is nice and large, so it's easy to see. I'm going to go ahead and go over to this note that I took earlier. So this is about how to cite an image from our OWL Purdue. You can see the link is here and the text is below. If I click on my dots, I can now copy this to a Google Doc, and it says copy to Google Doc. If I click on open, it'll now open that note as a Google Doc. I like to use this with students because if they start typing on a Google Keep note for a rough draft, they can then bring it to a Google Doc to go through and to finalize and put on the correct MLA or APA formatting. What's also great about Google Docs and Google Keep is how the two integrate together. So it's not just that. If I go over to my sample, if I click on Tools, one of the options is the Keep Notepad. So here, I can take a note, just like I did in Google Keep, or say I was reading this article from News ELA and I want to bring these quotes into my document so I can write an essay. I can click on the dots and click Add to Document. And now there are my quotes from the News ELA article, along with the URL of where this was taken. The last thing that's great about Google Keep is Google Keep has an extension. So here's that News ELA article I used in my sample. I can highlight the text I'd like to say from this article, click the Google Keep note, and there's the link to the article and the text. It says I've already saved it, so now when I go back to my Google Keep interface and I refresh, if I click on this note, you'll see I have the notes I originally took about the article and additional notes. Google Keep knows that it's all from the same website, so it adds it together. So that's a quick review of Google Keep. If you're interested in learning more, check out the links into this week's tech tip.